All right, we made it. We're late again, but we're here. We made it. Happy. I can't fucking believe it's only Tuesday. Happy time zones, fam. What's going on? How are you? Hope everybody is well. Good evening, DC. What's good, my man? How are you? I hope all of you are doing well. I hope the week is going, you know, well so far-ish. I know, again, it's only Tuesday. It feels borderline criminal that it's legit only Tuesday, but that's, you know, it's the hand that we're dealt, right? I'm glad to be alive on a Tuesday, you know, like that's a really neat part about waking up in the morning. So like that's swell, but I hope you guys are doing great. What's going on? Everything should work tonight, I think. Fingers crossed. Bree, what's up, dude? How are you? Good evening. How goes it? I hope all is well for you and yours on your side of the interwebs. I uninstalled Reshade so that we probably... You have not logged into your world for a prolonged period of time. I didn't read the rest. I'm sorry. I know I'm still on Goblin. I am not sure who's currently on, which would be... Yo, Phil, what's up, my man? Yeah. Excuse me. Like, admittedly, it wasn't even really, like... That's not my time. Oh, server time. There we go. No, that's not it either. There it is. That's the legit time. Yeah, it legit wasn't even a nap. I was just, like, chilling, comfy. You know what I mean? Like, found a groove on the couch, and I was just like, this is good. Going great. Nothing crazy going down at the moment. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Yeah, today was, it was just, like, wildly busy. I had explained it in Discord. So, the town that I work in, they, like, the grocery chain that I work for has this deal with the town that the store is located in, and Tuesdays are old folks' day. So it's, you know, anybody over 65 gets, I think it's like a 10% discount on their groceries. And it's this deal that the store and the company have worked out with the town. I don't know how, I don't know why, just, you know, it is what it is. So it was just like super duper extra busy. So it was like, it was like old folks busy Tuesday, but it almost had this feeling of impending snowstorm kind of vibe to it. But like it's supposed to be like 63 or 64 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow in fucking December. So like, I don't know what the rush was about, what it was for. I have no idea. It was just busy. Work for another hour if you do MSQ for a bit and send you back to the inn at Journeyhead, and you can unlock the final fight for this tier of Eden while you're down there. Okay. I think what I will do is first, I think I'm going to run through my roulettes. It's going to be 24. Dude, it was 29 or 30 degrees on my ride home, my thermostat said. It was cold, dog. I was like, what? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, I think I'm going to run my roulettes. If anybody would like to run daily roulettes, we can do that. For the tomes. I need the tomes, I need the gear, so... We had freezing rain this morning. Tomorrow's also going to be a weird one. I got to bring Youngblood to school. I got to go to work for a couple of hours, but then I got to leave early because he's got early release. It's strange. Snowstorm last week, 10 to 12 inches, and now we have no snow on the ground. Yeah, like, end of the week for us here, we got, I don't know, like, maybe an inch, but yeah, it's all gone. It's gonzo. You're gonna want a buddy to give you fast queues, otherwise you'll be stuck in DPS. Oh, yeah, that's right. Derp-a-derp. I forgot I'm DPSing it. Oh, Britton like, so yeah. We are brothers. All right, well then. All right, hold on. We'll withdraw. All right, so okay, then I'll start boogieing down on MSQ. And yeah, I guess we'll just do that, and then we can do roulettes later. So I'm legit just selfishly thinking of myself, like, okay, I gotta get more 530 gear pieces, etc., etc. The docile gate means it's a very, very nice gate. It's very kind. You have business with the Crystal Exarch? Just say the word and I would be happy to escort you to the Ocular. I'm down to ride. Let's rock. You've got most of them, so I wouldn't worry too much about it, especially if we want, yeah, that's true too. Just trying to, you know, last night, obviously I was like, oh, I didn't know I was under geared so badly. Trying to stay on the top of things.
I'm sorry. You mean to tell me not only that the return of night was your doing, but that you hail from another world as well?
Everything we told you, of the source, the shards, the 7 umbral calamities, all of it is true. I realize how fantastical it sounds, and I would not blame you for doubting our testimony. But given your expertise, you must surely have noted the peculiar nature of their souls.
Any other time and I would have dismissed your stories as balderdash and flummery. But upon closer inspection, 'tis plain their souls are far denser than is normal, and that they do not possess true bodies. Save you. Your body is your own. And your soul is the densest of them all.
As I said before, were it not for their heroism, the skies over Norvrant would still be awash with light, the realm yet at the mercy of Vorthri and the Sin Eaters. After all they have done for our home, seeing them safely back to their own, it seems the very least we can do.
Your tale is intriguing. Yes, very intriguing indeed. Simply to hear it is fitting payment in itself. As for your friends, I can but agree. Their valorous deeds on behalf of Norvrant are deserving of recognition, of their own fitting payment.
You will help us then?
I will. I would see my knowledge put to good use for a change. I do have one condition, however. I am not the spry young Numo I once was. As such, I will require assistance in my fieldwork and testing.
It would be our pleasure. We'll be laboring for our own benefit after all.
I'm definitely smiling underneath that helmet. Roulettes also gives me the level 100 gear tomes too, so that's nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, I'm down. Or yeah, so if we want to crush out the Booker, we'll do whatever, basically. But I'm game, faux show. No real agenda other than, you know, getting through MSQ, obviously, right?
You have spun quite a tale, but tell me, Have you given any thought as to how you might return to your world?
Follow the North Star. Stay straight. Turn left at daylight.
White Auracite, you say? An intriguing proposition, but one which fails to account for the present state of your souls. They have become highly charged, likely as a consequence of having maintained tangible forms for so long. In such an energetic, unstable state, there is no telling what may happen to their souls within the Auracite. They could very well become immutable to transference, never to be restored to their bodies.
Then, would it be possible to force our souls into a state of dormancy prior to the transference?
In theory, yes, but the soul is not a candle to be snuffed out and relit on a whim.
Well, that sounds ominous. What exactly would rendering our souls dormant entail?
In order to maintain a corporeal form, your souls constantly draw ether from your surroundings. This process must be halted, and the resulting surfeit of ether removed. Your minds would ultimately be separated from these faux bodies of yours, rendering you incapable of interacting with the world around you. A cruel fate under normal circumstances, but one which will be rectified upon your return home.
Leaving lifeless husks, like those poor souls at the inn at Jenny's Head, corrupted by the Sin Eaters, their ether made stagnant by the light.
Corrupted? Stagnant? Might I see these unfortunate individuals?
Why? Do you think you might be able to help them?
I might, or I might not, but I shan't know for sure until I have seen their condition firsthand.
Then I would be glad to take you to them, on the understanding that you won't do anything which might increase their suffering.
It was my faith in man I lost, not my compassion.
Well, I see no need for all of us to accompany you. While you escort our guests to the inn, I will assist Urianger in creating the requisite Auracite. I believe my talents would be better applied to that endeavor as well. Might I leave the three of you to assist Beklug as necessary? Let us make for Amareng then. Amareng. Getting my keyboard readjusted. Half-cocked. Half-cocked. Not like half-cocked, but like, you gotta twist it. Bop it, twist it, move it, shake it. Wait a minute. Oh, because I had Midgar Summer, didn't I? My guy. Raubon. I don't think I've seen that. I mean, like, I know I had the minion, but I just don't feel like I've seen it. Salted. Chocobo feathers. All right.
So this is Halric, is it? Yes, his etheric balance leans perilously toward the light. Toward stasis.
And what do you suppose will happen to him?
Not too bright, are you, boy? The same as all poor souls corrupted by the light. He will become a Sin Eater.
You don't know that. We've defeated the Wardens and banished the light from the night sky.
Halric was completely unresponsive before, but now... Then perhaps there is yet hope. If I may, there is a treatment I wish to administer to the patients.
What sort of treatment?
In the course of my studies of the soul, I once created a tonic which could temporarily stimulate the ether in one's body. After some refinement, it came to be used by the Knights of Vobert. Then, for far darker purposes. Lest it fall into the wrong hands, I swore never again to make it. But for their sakes, I will break the oath. It is not like to reverse the stagnation, mind you, but it should offer some measure of relief.
Noir, what's up, buddy? How are you? Hope the fam are doing well. Arcadia, what's good, dude? How are you? Todden stares blankly at you. It would seem the tonic has no effect. Very well. Very well. Good to hear. Perfecto. What is this warmth I feel in my chest? It's life. It's a feeling of life. I'm not gonna lie to you. This bugs me just a little bit, and I've seen it since last night. Gonna slide that down just a scotch, so that moon isn't in that thing. Like just by like a CH. See what I mean? There's just a bit of space. God, that makes my brain feel good. We're fine. We're good. The tonic's just tequila. It's probably some good rot gut. It's just like, man, what's this warmth I feel in my belly? It's alcohol, sir. I feel warm in my legs. They don't feel as heavy. This is straight Kentucky bourbon.
Now then, have you noted any change in the patients?
A notable rise in body temperature and increased motor function, in most of the patients at least. The more severely afflicted show no response.
As I feared then. 'Tis true that with the restoration of night, the corrupting influence of light will no longer grow, and yes, their bodies will naturally return to equilibrium given time. But this holds true only for their corporeal ether. Their incorporeal ether, that of the soul, is not so easily mended.
Which is why those in the later stages of corruption, like Halric, appear unaffected by your tonic.
Precisely. The boy's soul is too far gone, his mind held together by the finest of threads. There is a chance he may one day recover, of course, but it could take years, decades even.
By the gods, he could wait to find himself an old man. A fine reward for his persistence. The opportunity to mourn the life he never had a chance to live. No, there must be something we can do. Look, I realize this is not why we petitioned your aid, but do you think it possible we can find a way to hasten their recovery?
Maybe. Nor do I think it impossible that in treating them, we might learn something of relevance to your own predicament.
Give me the loot, give me the loot. Skill speed, sure. just a bunch of mezcal. Here, drink up.
I suspect the Crystal Exarch has told you of my past. That I was once a mage of the royal court of Vobert, and that soulcraft was my field of study. The tonic you administered to the patients here is one of the fruits of my labors. I hoped to do great things for the kingdom. But in the end, my knowledge brought only suffering, a plague the likes of which none had ever seen. In the hands of unscrupulous men, what should have been my greatest triumph instead became my greatest shame.
You mustn't dwell on the past, and now you have a chance to redeem yourself, or at least the Warriors of Light brought those responsible to justice. I
know that only too well. Alas, the knowledge we require is steeped in such bitter memories. But let us return to the task at hand, finding a means by which we might revitalize these people's incorporeal ether.
Do you think it can be done?
Were the sky still ablaze with primordial light, I would call it an exercise in futility. But now we may have a chance. The method I have in mind will entail the conjuring of a familiar. They are able to amplify the energies poured into them, making them perfect conduit for the ether revitalizing magics we will ultimately employ. If you're about to launch into a lengthy explanation for the metaphysics of your plan, don't bother. I'd rather get on with doing whatever it is that needs to be done, if it's all the same to you. Whatever regions must be procured, our spells invoked, I'll do it.
Like, low-key, I'm with Alize. She's like, bro, like, let's just skip. We're just doing it, okay? You don't have to go on and on. You don't have to tell me. I'm in. We're doing it.
I admire your spirit. Very well, your first task will be to gather the necessary materials, the purest of waters and finest of clays, as well as a fey lantern brimming with pixie magic.
If you're convinced that the resulting familiar could help the patients, fine. Alphino, the water and clay will be simple enough, but I think you know what we'll have to do to get to the lantern. You don't mean? The pixies took quite a liking to us before. If we humor them with our company, I'm sure they'll be willing to help us. Fine. We'll pay a visit to Ilmeg, though I never thought you'd be the one to suggest going back there.
I'm impressed you've been there at all, let alone befriended the Fey folk. Oh, while you're at it, seek out the Nomu of Pla-Eni. They will be able to supply you with water suitable for our needs.
Right, let's get this over with, shall we? Looked up the reason you had a special dialogue for stuff about the soul stuff is because you did the tank role quest this expansion with... Oh, no shit. Okay. So, did you do healer during this expansion?
There still remains the matter of the clay. Might I prevail upon you to find it?
Okay.
Clay from Amareng would likely be best. Know you of anyone who might be able to assist us?
I could ask the miners at Twine, or, well, there are the scavengers at Mordsuk.
Yes, they will be able to point you in the right direction, I'm sure. While you and the twins are occupied, I will see if there's aught else I can learn of the stagnation which afflicts the people here.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oof. Hello, Behemoth. They're very scary. To the moon! So did you do Tank for Endwalker? Everything this expansion, there was so much dialogue. It's all good, dog. Trolley time? Ah, okay. God, the heat. The heat making everything look blurry in the distance, unless it's not heat and it's just something else. Yeah. I just always assume that there is just a level of uncontrollable hype, which always leads people to leaving cap locks on. And I'm no stranger to have done that either. Sometimes you just get really pumped and then you just want to blame it on, you know, like, I accidentally turned on caps with my fat fingers. No, it's the level of hype, and it's fine. It's good. It's real good. Ah, Magnus. I can't remember his voice. Remember him, but not the voice. Fans. Well, what a coincidence. You've come at a good time. We've just this moment finished repairing the Talos in the trolley you took to Nabatharang. The trolley was no trouble, but the Talos would have been another matter had we not had a visit from Master Chai. He offered us a share of the leftover building materials from Daedalus Stoneworks, as well as a few trade secrets to help us along. Clever man, that Chai News. He seemed pretty keen on the ideas I had for putting the giant Talos to work. Like a giant trolley, but Magnus still refuses to see all the good we could do with it. You're entitled to your dreams, Jarek, but that doesn't mean you can go harassing our guests with them. Master Chai was just being polite. And something tells me Vance here didn't come all this way to talk about trolleys. What is it you need, friend? I see. In this familiar requires clay from Amarang. Well, look no further. If anyone can find you some quality clay, it's us. Saying that, it isn't exactly a commodity nowadays, but there must be some lurking somewhere or another, waiting to be dug up. If I'm not mistaken, there was a time when they used to take clay from Mount Brian mines to make adobe bricks. Place is swimming with coyotes now, but if you're after the good stuff, you could do worse than to look there. Anything else? What's up, bud? How are you? Oh, Lahi, dude, just that, that performance, dude. That was so good during COVID. Yo, there we go. This is the only good thing that came out of Final Fantasy 15, and I stick to that. Literally it. This is it. Cindy was okay too. But the car for sure is like the only it's the only saving grace for me. Raubon. That works for me. Dude, Musashi, yeah. 66 days. We're literally 2 months from Daybreak 2. Let's just round down. We're 2 months from Daybreak 2. Like that, dude. Is Torgal the only good thing out of 16? Yeah, absolutely. Who's attacking me and why? Cool. Mouse isn't working again. Feels good. Well, good thing we're getting this out of the way now. Yeah, my mouse just completely, like, shut off, basically. All right. It's just a number one that's not working for some strange reason. I don't know why. I'll have to look at my Razer Synapsis, whatever the hell it's called. All right, it's dead now. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. We're about to find out, though. So, like, a Synapse update? No. I don't use Razor Cortex. Get out of here with all that jazz. Sorry, we're just gonna do it live. That's what we do. That's what we do, and we do it best. Synapse. Oh, yeah? So what, we're just not... Oh, yeah? Yeah, we'll link Final Fantasy XIV to my mouse. Sure. What the fuck is going on with this thing? It's very odd. I don't know why. Okay, that's good. I think we're doing okay. No. Yeah. And then we're gonna go back to this. Again, sorry, we just do it live. It's what we do. It's fucking dumb, dude. I don't know. I don't fucking care, man. Just like make it do its thing. Yeah, everything good. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, so then hang on. The fuck is ambient awareness? I'm sorry, it's just so dumb. No, I just want it on. Static. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Go away. Go away. Static. That's it, dog. That's it. Everything else can pound sand. Go away. Everything. Nope, stop doing that breathing thing. It's weirding me out, man. No, that looks nothing like that. That is, again, pure poppycock. Don't, I'm sorry. Okay, I think we're good now. Dude, Noir, I don't know. Like, for whatever reason, not only does Twitch chat, like OBS chat, evidently, like, hate that we play 14 for some strange reason, but than my mouse was just being a pain in the set. So here we are. Yeah, all I hear is him yelling, "Stop the breathing!" Like, just shh, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. Okay, so now we're good. Okay, we're now we should be off. No, off to the races. Good now. Everything is fully functioning. Speaking about the only thing good from 16, there's Torgal too. We're back to back. Yeah, and I don't like. There was an update, like an OBS update last week, where now every time I close the client, it just crashes. It's very strange. Nothing, nothing really happens to the VOD or anything like that, but it's just like every time I go to reboot, it's like, do you want to open the safe mod? It's like, no, man, we're fine, I think. I think we're okay. Are we going to shoot the gap? Yeah, we're going to shoot the gap for sure.
The twins have returned, and in one piece at that. I was convinced the pixies would turn at least one of them into a garden ornament, but no. You have the clay, I take it?
Sure do.
Wonderful. We need but combine the clay in the water, then heat the mixture with the Fey Lantern. After that, it will be a simple matter of settling upon a suitable form and performing the necessary incantation. Backlog, I have a question. In the event that we had need of this spell and you weren't around, would it be possible for another to perform the incantation? Assuming they possess the requisite skill, yes. Halric and the others have suffered so much, and I swore to do everything in my power to save them. If there is a chance this spell could do that, I would be the one to invoke it. Mayhap you should be the one to do so. A deep understanding of the subject's physical state combined with a strong desire to help them can drastically increase the magic's effect. And you are plainly more familiar with these people than I. I dare say, there are few in all of Norvrent more dedicated to finding a cure. Is that not so, Vance? I'll give it my all for Halric, for Tesleen. Then we are all of a mind on the matter. Alice shall be the one to conjure the familiar.
I don't remember this, but I feel like it's going to go south. Maybe I'm wrong.
Let us begin. I trust you've prepared the clay? Very good. Now, I would have you sculpt for me a porksy. Plump, with floppy ears and a short curly tail.
Oh, it's Buster, the old flying pig, isn't it? Anything else I do too?
Porksy. I think I know what you mean.
It's a flying piggy.
There we are. How's that?
I mean, better than I could do, for sure.
Well, it is certainly creative. There's no denying that.
I'm looking at him like, bro, stop.
Yes, I'm no artist. Very funny.
And then he looks away. He's like,
Pay him no mind, child. Though it may look like a grotesque parody of reality, it is what the invoker believes that matters.
You're not helping.
But I speak the truth. If successful, this incantation will turn imagination into reality. Which is why the only thing of import is what you believe this figure embodies. You must focus. Hold the Porksy's image steady in your mind's eye.
Oh yeah, for real, Noir. It's a real nice way to
Now,
tell Alcea this
as
thing
I
looks
taught
like
you,
a
relax
horror
and
show.
allow your energies to flow.
Excuse me.
With flesh of clay I bid thee rise, on wings of dreams to touch the skies. What once was idle fantasy, I call forth to reality.
There's Buster.
Not bad for a first attempt. Now, let us see what can be done for young Halric.
Maybe don't let that thing stay over the table. What if that thing rips one, you know what I mean?
Through the operation of the magics you invoked to animate this familiar, it is now replete with the energies required to stir the boy's soul. You need but give it a name, and it will do as your heart desires.
A name. All right, I've decided. Now. Go, Angelo!
Angelo? Another Final Fantasy VIII reference?
Mother, I...
Damn.
How is he, Beglud? Did it work? I believe it did. You and your fledgling familiar have done well. If my eyes do deceive, a hint of color has returned to his soul. Gods, I would jump for joy if I weren't so exhausted. We're so close now, Halric. As you are even now in the process of discovering, this magic asks much of the invoker. What you may not have realized is that the same is also true of the subject. As such, we must proceed with caution. However, with further treatment, I have utmost confidence the boy will make a full recovery. Observing the reanimation of his stagnant soul has been most enlightening. I will need time to put my theories to the proof, but I believe I can fashion a spell to produce the opposite effect, that is, to induce stagnation, thus enabling our safe transport back to the source via aura sight. A thought has occurred to me about this treatment. Baklug said then, when the soul is rendered dormant, the mind is separated from the body, that a person becomes incapable of interacting with the world around them. Does that not sound a lot like some of the tempered back in the source? Not really. If it is the fate of most tempered to become slaves to primals, save in a handful of cases, or am I missing something? If I can master this technique, the art of revitalizing the soul, I know of at least one in the source who would desperately use such treatment.
Just because I want the refresher.
Gaboo! His condition is eerily similar to Helric and the others, the only difference being that his soul was suffused with earth-aspected ether from summoning Titan rather than the light.
Oh, the little gobby. The little, okay. Okay. Right. Okay, I got you.
It follows that if his soul is subject to a similar kind of stagnation, there may be a chance we can save him, right? Forgive me, but who is this Gaboo fellow of whom you speak? I see. His condition sounds similar, yet there is much and more about the soul that remains unknown even to me. I say this not to discourage you, you understand, but to remind you that this is delicate work that we do here. Work requiring patience. Of course. And as long as there is hope for the patients here, I will devote whatever time is needed to see this through. But I refuse to spend that time in idleness. If it's all the same to you, I'd like to stay here with Angelo and continue with their treatment. The two of you should return to the Crystarium with Baklug and see if you can't make some headway with their newly posited theories. I would tell you to rest first, but I see you're not to be convinced. Ah, the fire of youth. Let us return to the Crystarium, then.
Finally, I found you. Happy now. Ah.
Kai Shear? What are you doing all the way out here? There's trouble back in Yulmore. Lady Chai's beside herself. Sighing, pacing, the whole lot. Near enough begged me to go and find you. Sighing and pacing, you say? It must be urgent. I take it I will be returning to the Crystarium alone. Go on, then. It's not as if I have anything for you to do. Thank you, Baklug.
Unlock the last fight. Okay, yep.
Sorry for bothering you all that, but she says the future of Yulmore's at stake.
I honestly should have just done that. I didn't realize how close we were. I would have, but you know, I could have just done that last night. I'm just gonna go do it now while it's fresh in the old cabeza. Take me away to TV land. The old sky slipper. Head into the empty we shall. I do have a new spear. Yep. Thank you very much.
I think this proves that the water-respected ether is no longer lying dormant. So, which element should we realign next, Urianger?
I propose Earth. Should we succeed in returning the soil's life-giving energy, the empty shall become capable of supporting the growth of flora.
Imagine that, forest in the empty. But before we begin, I'd like to know how the girl is doing.
Yeah, Arcadia, I do have another spear. Or I have a new spear, rather. Still sound asleep. She didn't so much as stir even when I took her helmet off. I thought it might be getting a bit stuffy in there, and I was curious to know what sort of person we're dealing with. She seems surprisingly normal. Not at all like your usual Voidsent. I'd say she's around the same age as you, Reen, perhaps a little older.
Well, whoever she is, we should let her rest while we concentrate on the task at hand.
As much as I'd love to go with you, I'd best stay here in case she wakes up and is feeling less than cooperative. And while I wait here, wishing I had something to read, my thoughts will be with you as you fly off to face the next opponent. It must be a strange feeling to bring something into existence through your own willpower only to slay it immediately after. I almost feel sorry for the poor things. All the same, I wish you luck.
If all goes well, he won't be waiting for long. The sooner we get this over with, the sooner we can see the results.
Alright, locked and loaded. Nowhere to run to, baby. Oh, it's not, so I have to keep going? Mother of God. I was like, alright, well, we've got it unlocked. No, I guess we don't. Never mind, I'm going back. Not that way, though. Excuse me.
Now, before we embark on our journey, there is one question I feel I should ask. Where are we going?
I would suggest a certain region that lieth east of Norvrent, which was once home to the great Mount Atlas. And for the earth-aspected primal we wish to invoke, what could be a more fitting choice than Titan?
I don't think I've heard of that one. What's it like?
He is worshipped by the kobolds. The landslides. The landslides.
Thank could mention those. They're your world's equivalent of the Mord, yes? But if our last battle is anything to go by, this one will be different from the Titan that Vance remembers, yes?
Aye. 'Twould be wise to consider the two as entirely separate beings. As such, thou must needs conceive new stratagems, if thou art to triumph in the battle to come. Past experience will avail thee naught, I fear.
Alright, Vance, once you're ready, we'll be on our way.
Level 100, all crafters, gatherers increased. I ever need to make... Oh, yeah, Brim, thank you, man. Take care of yourselves. For realsies.
It took a while, but we finally arrived. Ready, Vance?
Noir, you hate this one? Great. Memories of Titan come tumbling back. I mean, like, again, I can't believe I said it last night. Sepulture? Sepultura? Yeah, dude. They're like the Brazilian metal oasis. Max and his brother can just never fucking get along. They just can't. They can never get along. Okay, so now I'll be able to... Right? I'll be able to do the thing. When I do the thing... All done for now. Okay, back to nowhere to turn.
Lady Chai's up in the parlor. Best not keep her waiting, eh?
Up in the parlor, you say? You more. Hate this one, you'll see. I can't wait. Boy, I can't wait. It's gonna be really, really good. The occurrences of Angle? Like Kurt Angle? Yeah, I won't. This questline will also drop you near a blue plus that's easy to miss and unlocks a side dungeon, so just grab that when you see it. Okay, is it here in Yulemore or like in the midst of going through this? Right on, Arcady, do your thing, man. There's plenty of 14.
Well, not here seems to be out of the ordinary, though I do not see Lady Chai anywhere. Probably pacing around outside again, staring off into the distance and all that, sighing. Strange. Let's see if we can find her and discover the source of her distress. There's an NPC you have to talk to that's like right next to it. Okay. We're gonna be in 14 for a while, Arcadia, so there's no don't worry, there's no rush. Lady Chai, you're not fooling anybody. I know that's you.
Oh, thank heavens you're here.
Lady Chai, whatever is the matter?
I knew not where else to turn. Oh, this is all too much for my poor heart to bear alone.
Alone? What of Master Chai?
That is the very reason I summoned you. He's gone.
What? What happened?
It all began after the events at Mount Golg. With Lord Vorthry out of the way, we all agreed that a new leader must be chosen.
And so you held an election?
Ah, yes, democracy.
Yes, well, sort of. Not a single person volunteered to stand, you see. After a lifetime of leisure, we free citizens have grown somewhat indolent. Readapting to the harsh realities of life is trying enough, but to take charge of a broken city as well? No one wanted such responsibility.
Do you have any idea how difficult it is to wipe your own bottom after shitting?
Well do without a leader, and so we decided that anyone and everyone should be considered a candidate. And after we cast our ballots and tallied the votes, the mayorship fell upon my dear husband.
Well, given the manner in which he orchestrated the construction of the giant Talos, none could deny his leadership qualities.
But even before then, he had proven himself at Daedalus Stoneworks, don't forget. He's more than qualified for the role. The perfect choice. Indeed. I told him as much when his victory was first announced. But perhaps I was too forceful in my attempt to encourage him. For shortly after that, he vanished without a word.
Do you think she would be like one of the Saiyans? If you cut off her tail, she'd just lose all her power?
By the burden of leadership that he felt compelled to flee. Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes. Your husband does not strike me as the sort of man who would abandon his duty, much less his beloved wife. There has to be some other reason for his absence.
You truly think so? What about you? What do you think has become of my husband?
I don't know, but whatever it is, he won't have fled. Sorry, but I think he's fled. He got his leg caught in a bear trap, clearly.
And there you have it, Lady Chai. You needn't worry. Master Chai loves you more than all the world, and he will return. Wherever he may have gone, rest assured we will find him.
Thank you, my dear boy. You have set my mind at ease. I will trust in my husband and await his return.
Low-key thought that was a Bloody Mary. I was like, I mean, I'll take me a Bloody Mary, no problem. Bloody Marys, extra spicy, extra horseradish, with like 4 Tums on the side. Good to go.
It makes no sense for Master Chai to have left without a word, but even if he had, he would have not done so unobserved. Someone here will have seen something, and I'm sure of it. We should split up and inquire as to whether anyone saw him leave, or failing that, if they have any idea where he might have gone. I will meet you at the Glory Gate to compare notes later on.
Meet us at the Glory Hole, and we'll talk about it. Duly noted.
Master Chai? Why, yes, I spoke with him recently, though I recall he was in a rather dour mood, concerned about Yulmore's neglect of industry, you see. With Lord Vorthry's apparently inexcusable stores of meal, and no great need for money, it's little wonder our business were all but forgotten under his rule. But I assured Master Chai that the Boutique of Splendors will do all it can do to contribute to the revival of trade here in Yulmore, which seemed to satisfy him, so he took his leave soon after.
Your exchange with Moen has taught you about the stagnant state of business in Yulmore. Alright. The Buttress. Glory Gate. Let's go to the Glory Hole. Yet another striking opportunity, or Academia Uniter. One of those, I take it, Phil? Okay. Academia Oneida. Probably inside then? Yep. Looking for Master Chai, are you? Is something amiss? When last I saw him, he seemed ready to collapse from exhaustion. I insisted he rest and catch his breath, and we talked for a while about his concerns over the city's defenses, amongst other things. He made more than a few valid points. Many of our men are still recovering after your confrontation with Lord Vothri and finding General Ranjit in a heap in the middle of the plaza shook us all to the core. The man commanded no small amount of loyalty, and some of our longest-serving soldiers seemed lost without him. Indeed, a number of them left. Not that we blame you, of course. Without you and yours, we would still be blind to the error of our ways. Anyway, funding permitting, I proposed replenishing our ranks with volunteers and derelicts at Gate Town. We have a duty to protect not only Yulmore, you see, but the surrounding regions of Calusia as well, and I, for one, would welcome any man or woman willing to take up arms for that cause. Indeed, I told him as much, and he seemed relieved to hear it. It was on that note that we parted ways. He headed outside, as I recall. Your exchange with Cornen has taught you about the perilous state of Yulmore's defenses. Help! Help! How did I get up here? I don't know, dude. Pretty sure you climbed, though. I will talk to you after. Overwrought Ondo.
Oh, land dweller. You were one of the ancient's messengers, yes? How fortunate I have found you. We need your help. Ever since the abyss was lit with the city's lanterns, a great beast, the likes of which we have never seen, has begun hunting near the cups. It thrashes and gnashes with its cavernous maw, leaving nothing but tattered flesh in its wake. The elders of the earth fear it as an omen, a harbinger of our people's destruction. Have we angered the ancients? We cannot know. We dare not enter their sacred abode without first receiving their blessing. That is why I came to this town of land dwellers to seek those who had helped us before, and here you are. Please enter the ancient city once more. Speak with them and learn what we have done to earn their ire.
Hostile creature of unknown origin threatens the lives of the Ondo people. Perhaps the clerk in Amarat's bureau of the administrator can shed some light on the mystery beast. Okay. Am I able to sway? Can I sway back and forth? Like, can I do the lean with it, rock with it? Or is it like is it a command, like an emote? Is it a gesture? Aye, I recall a man fitting that description. Asked to speak with the poor buggers lately come from right. Said he wanted to know the state of things down in the derelicts. And you can be sure we gave him an earful. Lack of food, medicine, clothing, there was plenty to tell. We hunt high and low for whatever we can scavenge, and it's barely enough to fill our bellies. But folk here don't just want to survive, they want to thrive. When he heard that, he started mumbling to himself, something about finding us, I think. Fair play to him, though, not content with having his ear chewed about the derelicts. Excuse me. He asked about the other settlements and all. After that, I can't really say. It looked like he was headed to Gate Town. I last saw him. Your exchange with Hathenbet has taught you about the poor living conditions of Calusia's downtrodden. You're welcome. You're welcome. I know. Please, not pictures. Please. La, da, da. Take me away to TV land. I really gotta go the long way. Hey, how you doing up there? Good. Just checking. Ah, there you are. How did you fare? Have you learned anything which might offer a clue as to Master Chai's whereabouts? Interesting. He apparently paid a visit to the Queen Bee as well. They discussed the possibility of granting admission to customers from outside Yulmore, an idea to which the proprietor was surprisingly receptive. Sounds like he's got big plans for the place. Yulmore, I mean, not the bee. Perhaps, but the question remains, where did he go after leaving the city? All we know for certain is that Master Chai has shown great concern not only for Yulmore, but its surrounding settlements. It seems logical, then, that having consulted those within the city walls, he would wish to do the same to those without. Vance, if you would go and make inquiries in Right, I shall do likewise in Stilltide. Gate Town I leave to you, Kaishir. Fair enough. Where should we meet when we've finished? Well, Top Rung would seem to be his next most likely destination. Let us reconvene there. With any luck, one of us will have stumbled upon him by then, but if not, we will be well situated to continue our search. Apparently I didn't have the optional dungeon either. All right, cool, good. We're all learning and getting it together. But before that, something else I could probably do in my own time if I wanted to, but I'm going to do it now because I see these spots on the map that I have not traversed. So, I have to go and do it. Bubbly wubbly. I don't feel like I've heard this song yet. Yeah, and I mean, like, it was always something that I would like do off stream, but you know, sub running out, limiting things and whatnot. So now that we're here, I have to do it. Just because now it's so easy, because now we can just fly there and it ultimately doesn't take very long. Then we'll get back to getting back to. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, Vern? Ernest P. Worrell. Yeah, I thought about it too at the Game Awards. We're definitely going to get a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to PC announcement. I'm going to guarantee that, even though I have no kind of information whatsoever, but I'm guaranteeing it. It's happening. So we'll have to plan that for this year too. I will give you I don't know if you can call it a money-back guarantee, but just to coin a phrase, that's what we'll do. Well, all right. There we go. It's better. Now, will I get Rebirth again on PC or not? I will definitely be here to watch you play. Did you enjoy it? And is the amount of mini games in it really as bad as I heard it was? Like, I heard that they way overdid it with the mini games. Some of which were, like, mandatory. You know what I mean? I guess you don't have to go into particulars just so I don't spoil myself, but you can most certainly confirm or deny. That's just what I had heard, like, copious amounts of mini games, and it just was like, all right, maybe reel it in. Absolutely love Rebirth personally, but I will say that there are a lot of mini games. And they're all mandatory? Or I guess that was more of a statement than a question. Are they all mandatory? No, the name doesn't ring any bells, but there was a rather dapper-looking Mistle gentleman here not long ago. He wanted to talk about relations between Wright and Yulmore, or rather the lack of them. We lost a great many people to their promises of Mule and a chance of lavish life among the free. And Vorthree thought to take even more from us, conscripting the few able-bodied men we had left to guard his paradise. I needn't tell you what happened when the Sin Eaters came. Such things are hard to forgive. But Vorthree's gone now, and we're curious to see what will become of Yulmore in his absence. That's what I told your friend. Chai News, was it? Then I'm sure the others said the same. Not that he wanted to hear. Not what he wanted to hear, I suppose, because he left soon after, and that was it. That was it. To the moon! Yeah, like, and I enjoyed Remake, and, you know, I'm not clamoring, I don't know, like, I'm not, like, clamoring for it. You know, we'll play it when we play it. Depending on where it falls next year, if it falls next year, which it's going to, I'll definitely play it. Just it's not going to be one of those things like I have to play it on like when it releases on PC. Not all mini games are mandatory. Some of them are for sure. Are some of them a pain in the ass? So he paid a visit to both Wright and Gate Town as well, did he? I see. Kai Shir and I gleaned much the same. He seems determined to salvage the goodwill might yet remain among the settlements of Calusia, an only likely place he has left to go being Amity. 7 coming February 14th. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do that to me. No way. No, again, obviously, it would just be a straight push. Yeah, because at that point, it would be like, well, it's Daybreak 2. I'm not going to try and wedge anything. I'm not going to try and race through anything. Because then we have Xenoblade Chronicles X in March. You know what I mean? It'd be later on. Come. If we're quick, we may yet catch up with him. For a split second, my brain believed that date too. And then, it calmed down. I was like, hey there, dum-dum. He's fucking with you. I was like, you're right, he is. You're right, he is. If you 100% map exploration, you will be sad because there are some pain in the ass ones. I probably won't. Not, at least not in Rebirth. Hold on, before this, let me, I gotta go use the John, and then we'll BRB, promise. Okie dokie. Better not drop like 5 games I want to play for Q1. Oh, it will! Boy, howdy. Just you wait. I wonder if, I kind of low-key wonder if they'll, I'm sliding everywhere. Good lord. I wonder if there'll be any, like, Persona 6 news. You know, the world is, you know, probably clamoring for that, I'm sure. I wonder if, Tales of stuff, maybe? I don't know. I'm literally just trying to, like, think of stuff randomly. P5 has more milk in it? Yeah, you're right. They'll do a Persona 5 Tactica Part 2 or whatever. Persona 5X, the gacha will... Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. Didn't, like, that released in Asian markets. Like, was it last year? Last year, the year before? Oh, it was earlier this year. Okay. Vance Alphinaud. Kaishir, what are you doing here? We might ask you the same, Master Chai. We've been looking all over for you. Looking for me? Whatever for? Lady Chai has been nigh inconsolable in your absence. She claims you disappeared without so much as a word and bade us return you to her side. What in blazes are you talking about? I left a letter for her in our chambers. Though I suppose she could have overlooked it. And when she gets an idea into her head, I can only apologize. No harm done, Master Chai. But since we are here, might I ask what compelled you to come all this way? If we were told you had been elected mayor, and from what we have gathered from the nearby villages, you've been inquiring about the people's grievances. Is it safe to assume you mean to take office? No, let's not jump to conclusions. I did seek to learn about the problems faced by the people of Calusia. That much is true, but I am by no means sure I'm a man to solve them. Tackling our many challenges will require resources, and until I've secured them, it would not be right to assume the role of mayor. I see. And you believed said resources can be found here? Indeed. The people's grievances are many, but in the course of my inquiries, I have already met with several individuals willing to lend their aid in addressing them. However, there remains one individual crucial to my plans, a man whose counsel might yet make a mayor of me. With respect, such forethought is, in itself, proof of your suitability. The city needs you, Master Chai, and I'm certain this man of whom you speak, whoever he may be, will reach the same conclusion. For what little it is worth, we will vouch for you, should he require convincing. Tactica's the only good P5 game, so I'd take a sequel. Yeah, was it good? Was it like, was it a different story than, you know, like P5? I don't know what to say. You don't need to say anything. You've got your actions to speak for you. For as long as I can remember, all I ever wanted was to make it to Yulmore. But that dream's gone now. Burst like a bubble. Or boil, more like. Anyway, outside of repaying Master Alphinaud, I haven't had a clue what to do with myself. Spent most of my days in a daze. But you've been running up and down, trying to find a way to fix this mess for everyone. Spin-off story kind of just does its own thing in a pocket dimension thingy. Okay. And I reckon you could do it. You got this lot up Mount Gulg, didn't you? How hard could mayoring be? You're going to steer Yulmore to a brighter future, I know it. And I want to help, properly help. Do something that makes a difference. I don't know what it is yet, but I'll work it out on the way. If you let me with you, that is. You give me entirely too much credit, a lot of you. But I can't deny it gives me heart. Come then, let us press on together. Excuse me. Thank you, Master Chai. But we mustn't be getting ahead of ourselves. Yulmore needs more than a man with good intentions, which is why I'm here. To find one with the experience needed to see the city thrive. Who is this man exactly, and are you certain he's here in Amity? Rendon is his name, and yes, he is, or was. I was scarcely begun to explain myself when he decided this time was better spent elsewhere. He served as chief advisor to Valthyri's father when he was in office. If Ranjit was the mayor's right hand, one might say Rendon was the left. In between them, they kept Yulmore on the road to prosperity. The city needs more than a mere man of business, which is why I must find him. But even if you do, what makes you think he will listen? Before giving chase, might it not be wise to speak to those who know him here in Amity? They may be able to shed some light on the reason for rejecting your overtures out of hand. Yes, I suppose that makes sense. Perhaps you should start with Tristel then. As I recall, you made a rather favorable impression on him. I'm certain he would be willing to talk to us. Greetings, friend. And to you too, Master Chai. I presume you're here to ask about Rendon. I couldn't help overhearing you earlier exchange. Yes, well, with Vothri gone, Yulmore wants a leader. Should no one rise to the challenge, the city could very well collapse. I came here seeking Rendon's counsel in the hope that we could build a better Yulmore together. And that is still my wish. But given how abominably you were mistreated there, I will quite understand if you choose not to help. Excuse me. Worry not, Master Chai. I bear no grudge against you or the people of Yulmore. I would not see you suffer for Vothri's villainy. As you no doubt gathered from your meetings earlier, Rendon can be rather uncompromising. He has his principles, you see, and little patience for anyone he deems less committed to their own. You desire the right the wrongs of your past. Of Yulmore's past is quite admirable, but I fear the guilt you bear on the city's behalf works against you. I can see it in your eyes, in the way you carry yourself. It goes without saying he sees it as well. You must let those feelings go, Master Chai. Be more assertive. Commit to this course, and prove him Yulmore has the resolve to change. The resolve to change. I believe he was heading towards Pit 8 when he left. If you plan to go and speak with him, I suggest you be firm and clear in your intentions. Very well, to Pit 8 we shall go, and I will not take no for an answer. Nay, not even a maybe. What about Pits 1 through 7? Just does nobody give a shit about 1 through 7? Oh, shoot. Oh, I do have one left. Hallelujah! Chug jug. I need a refill. Little chair stream never hurt nobody. Taking a page out of Zach's book. The old chair stream. Three-hour only chair stream, yeah. I'll just I'll get some big stupid googly eyes just to like put on the back of it. Dude, that'd be fun. All right, let's do this. Hello, Rendon. Hello, Mindy. Yeah, right, viewership doubles.
Well, well, it's you again. Well, I see you've invited your friends. Need them to fight your battles for you, do you?
No, I didn't invite them, as it happens, though they are indeed my friends. Well, not only mine, but every true Yulmoran's. They are the ones who awakened us to the truth, to Lord Vothri's villainy, the famous warriors of darkness.
Are they now?
Yes, they are. It would be no exaggeration to call them our saviors. We owe much and more to their kindness, but we cannot depend on that kindness forever. To do so would be a little different from entrusting our affairs to Lord Vorthry. Nay, we must learn to stand on our own 2 feet. And I would have them present to witness my attempt.
Hear, hear, Master Chai.
Your sentiments are admirable, yet admirable sentiments do not a nation make. In my capacity as advisor, I once strove to build a better Yulmore. Gave honest counsel to my superiors, drafted laws for the benefit of one and all. But in time, my values fell out of favor. There was no need for them in this paradise Vorthry was creating. And so I left my homeland behind. But you, Chai News, you were content to wallow in indolence under Vorthry's auspices. And so I cannot help but ask myself what manner of nation you intend to build.
I can offer no simple answer to that question.
Yeah, Arcady, we're on Crystal Goblin.
But this much I will say. It is my hope that Yulmore can become a nation which her citizens might freely choose to build together. A great many people, myself included, flocked to Yulmore seeking sanctuary. The alternative being to live in fear and die in pain. It seemed an easy choice. And sanctuary we found. As much food and drink as we could ever want. Secured at the cost of the surrounding villages. Little wonder the people gathered at our doorstep, begging to work among the bonded. The free were blind to it all, of course. Content to, as you say, wallow in indolence. In ignorance. Were I mayor, I would first take stock of the city's resources and see that they were assigned equitably. Our days of reckless consumption are behind us. The distinction between free and bonded died with Vorthry. The needs of rich and poor alike must be considered if our nation is to survive. To which end I would take steps to secure channels for supplies, rekindle relations with nearby settlements, who re-establish industry, reach out to neighboring nations, and the list goes on and on. But I am no ruler, nor even a politician. I am an entrepreneur. My expertise lie in planning and profit. I haven't the knowledge or experience to run a nation. Please, Rendon, will you not help me? Together, we could solve the city's problems. Build a Yulmore for the people.
A Yulmore for the people. I rather like the sound of that. But before I offer you my counsel, I would be certain of your ability to perform the duties of office.
You would?
You ask me to help you solve Yulmore's problems, but first I would see you solve one on your own. Accomplish that, and you will prove both to me and the people that you are a man worth following.
Right then. Is there a particular issue you would have me resolve? You seem to have conducted an assessment of the problems Yulmore now faces. I assume you will agree, therefore, that the matter of dwindling food stores is the most pressing? Yes. Meal being neither a desirable nor less sustainable option, I assume alternative foodstuffs are now required to fill the void. And the man who hungers is not like to contribute much to society, save violence, perhaps. So tell me, how do you propose to solve this problem? Give me a satisfactory answer and I will consider offering you my counsel. A combination of measures could seem to be in order. You want to address the immediate issue of supply and another, that of production. Go on. For the present, Yulmore's coffers can be used to purchase food from our neighbors. This would afford us time to address the underlying problems that affect us all. The long-standing neglect of agriculture. The villages that once served as sources of trade for foodstuffs must be repopulated, their means of production restored. This assumes, of course, that we can rekindle relations with our neighbors, guaranteeing security and stability in the region, and most importantly, find people willing to leave the city and to make up rebuilding effort. My, think of that all by yourself, did you? Well, yes. It began as a rather abstract plan I drafted some time long ago, after speaking with the peoples of Yulmore, after the nearby settlements. You've impressed me, Chai News. I have? Yeah, well, that is a relief. Oh, you haven't secured my support just yet, only my attention. Grand plans will not be enough to persuade the masses. If you would ask them to rebuild, you must provide them the means to do so. A fair point, Brendan, and one to which I have given much thought. I propose the use of Talos to aid the establishments and maintenance of these settlements. Their employment should drastically improve efficiency and ultimately increase production. Talos? But Daedalus Stoneworks closed their doors years ago. Without a ready supply of necessary equipment, the people would starve before your plans could be put into effect. Well, as their heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, it just so happens that Taloses are my field of expertise. And with a little help, I'm quite certain we can acquire what we need in no time at all. Brendan is quite right, but oh shoot. I got your microphone. Chill out. Brendan is quite right. Building a Talos from scratch would require time we simply do not have. Which is why I propose to make use of the long-abandoned Talos which wander the wilds of Calusia. They will need to be deactivated, of course, and if memory serves, the tools required to do so should still be at top rung. Come with me. Electric pony, electric pony. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Excuse me. I did no such thing, thank you very much. Can we shoot the gap? Nope. No, we can't. Hey, I know you. Oh, over here. Aha! The old memory hasn't let me down. This chest contains canisters filled with a dashedly potent insulating powder capable of halting the flow of ether in Talos. We need only get within throwing distance of one and let it fly, thus disabling them without damaging them. Ingenious. An old trick of the trade, nothing more. Once disabled, it should be a simple enough matter to get them to march to Yulmore. More extensive repairs can wait. Ordinarily, this is where I would ask you to run along and do the deed, but as I've said before, it's high time we learn to stand on our own 2 feet. Thankfully, throwing canisters is something even I should be able to manage. Come off, Master Chai. Even if the Talos ain't a threat, there's 101 other things out there waiting to make a meal of you. That may be, Kaishir, but Renan tasked me with solving this problem, and I will not sit idly by while others risk everything to see my harebrained schemes realized. Not this time. Which isn't to say the mere thought of it doesn't fill me with dread, truth be told. I can't feel my legs. But if I'm to prove I'm a man worth following, I must lead by example. Well said, Master Chai. Hear, hear. Yes, well, it should go without saying that I have no intentions of dying for this. I've always preferred living to see the fruits of my labor. And to make sure I do, I will require your help. It is as Kaishir says, these lands are dangerous if one is not careful. I would ask you to use my spyglass to look around for the beasts and that could get in the way of my work. I will also need you to alert me when it's safe to subdue the Talos, understood? Good. Then let's be off the quick way. Excuse me. Through the north gate and see if we can't find a suitable vantage point for you. I low-key kind of like that overcoat, though. Not gonna lie. Keep a lookout for danger and alert Chai news when it's safe to incapacitate the Talos. You may move the spyglass. Oh, okay, so one of these, huh? All right. Oh, so like, do I have to tell him where to go? Oh. I guess I did, yeah. I guess I did okay. Move, move, move! Like, it was 125 million% luck. I just looked at the grass and clicked. All right, sure. Neato. I did it. I did it! Let's move on to another Talos, shall we? Lightning ain't gonna strike twice, though, friends. I'll tell you that much. Master Chai, I'm sorry! So my bad. Told you lightning wasn't gonna strike twice, though. A lot of things I am. A liar, not one of them. Dude, I thought he turned around and I was like, I got this. He's turned around, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything should be fine, right? I need you to turn all the way around, Buster. Like he doesn't already see us chilling here. Okay. We're 1 for 1. Feels good. 1 for 1. quick on it. But it got to be real quick on that one. What if instead of like falling to its knees and going forward, it just fell backwards and crushed him? I do believe we can get in the hang of this. We just give him the silent nod like, you may leave the next one to me, Vance. All right, man. No, not even a trust fall. He would just be like, go to sleep, and then just be like, no. Be like that part where Buddy the Elf in Santa's workshop finds out that he's human and he falls backwards and crushes one of the elves. Ha ha! That should do it. Now we have all we need to proceed.
Hey, buddy, are you okay? You don't look so good.
I remember watching Martin Gramatica for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers way back when, jump and celebrate like that and blew his fucking knee out after a field goal he made. What was this? I can scarcely believe it. It was a reckless, foolish plan, but somehow it worked. I did it. Master Chai, I believe I owe you an apology. Your plan to replenish Yulmore's food stores showed forethought and sound judgment. That's more, it is plain your time at Daedalus Stoneworks has equipped you to lead, as evidenced by the extraordinary company you keep. You, sir, are more than qualified to be the next mayor of Yulmore. I thank you for your vote of confidence, but the fact remains, I'm wholly ignorant to the world of politics, which is why I would ask you to join me and grant Yulmore the benefit of your counsel. I would be honored. When the people behold these Talos, I have no doubt that they will lend you their support. It would seem Yulmore's leadership is at last in capable hands, would you not agree? We should probably be getting back soon, Master Chai. After you've taken with the Talos and all that, Lady Chai's worried sick. I'm making martinis over here. My mother-in-law loves martinis. Beef eater martinis, straight up. Yuck. Oh, dude, Arcadia, I told you, man, I don't need them. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
Right then, form a line and make for Yulmore.
I really, truly do appreciate it, but, like, you know, I don't want it to be super duper easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. You already hooked it up for my Dark Knight before, dude.
What's that noise?
Jesus Christ, it's rock monsters! Like, no, we're here to help.
Runaway Talos!
No, she, see?
Call the guard!
Ah! Yeah, man, or give them to somebody else. Like, for real, I really, truly do appreciate the thought, but yeah, man, like, you hooked it up last time for the Dark Knight. I don't, you know, easy is easy, and I guess, you know, I don't want to ride the struggle bus, but if I do, I do. But like, you know, I don't know how else to say it, but thank you very much anyways, man, again, for the consideration.
Is that?
It's my puppy!
What if he just stepped her?
Darling, you're back.
He just steps out from behind the talus in like a loincloth. He's like, my lady, I'm home.
But of course I'm back. You didn't see.
Ragdolling him. It's Brock Lesnar.
Oh,
Oh,
oh dear.
enjoy that concussion while you're at it. She just lets him flop. Good lord. No, dude, you weren't pushy at all. You weren't pushy in the slightest.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, he was literally face down, ass up. We all saw it.
My darling, it's just the sight of you filled me with such joy, I couldn't help myself.
Philly! What's up, bro? How are you, man? What's going on?
Oh, no, it's all right, dear. I should have just come out and said what it was I was intending instead of entrusting the task to a hastily scribbled letter.
Does that mean you'll do it?
Your weekend has started again? Yeah?
I mean, I'm not
Got more
my
vacay
absence
time?
Signified any unwillingness.
Oh,
you
that's right,
understand?
dude. You're only working like, what, like 3 days this month?
Oh, naught could be further from the truth. I only left to enlist the aid of the former mayor's senior advisor. And now that I have it, I believe I am ready to take office.
Oh, how wonderful!
2 days a week for the first 3 weeks? Booyah. That is so good, dude. I'm envious, and now you're about to watch this married couple do the dirty on stream. The ragdoll. Gee whiz, you gotta wonder what kind of old-fashioned she gives him.
Please.
Just grips that thing like a fucking undercooked hot dog and just like, nah. Gee whiz, lady. Grip it and rip it, literally, yeah.
Oh, my honey! That was quite a reception. One Master Chai will struggle to forget. More seriously, the arrival of the Talos has seized the public's attention. Once word has spread around Yulmore, it will be that much simpler to gather one and all so that the Master Chai can make his inaugural address.
Homie can't breathe.
No need to fret, Vance. I have never felt better. And not at all overshadowed by the prospect of addressing the assembled masses of Yulmore. As for where to do it, if we're to accommodate everyone who might feasibly wish to attend, I suppose the only place large enough would be the Emergent. Then I will go and spread the word among the citizens, both free and bonded, that they are to assemble there to meet their new mayor. Go there, Kai Shear, was it? Would you go and inform the residents of Gate Town and the derelicts?
Of course I will. Kai Shear reminds me of Will Scarlet. Kind of. From Robin Hood Men in Tights. It's Will Scarlet.
Good, lad. I'll let the guards know not to bar the way to Vothry's chambers. Goes without saying that I expect the Warrior of Darkness to attend, assuming he's available. Might as well see it through to the bitter end, eh? The doorman and the crown lift will show you up.
Whoa. Hey, man, your glowy bird is way cooler. Glowy bird, glowy bird. So Philly, well, I mean, like, what do you? I mean, dude, long weekend. What are you doing? What are you gonna do? Took 5 Mountain Dew. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember seeing the event that was going on for that. The old Mountain Dews. Did it have to be like OG Mountain Dew, or could it be like any kind of Mountain Dew? My favorite always, I mean, I can't say, I don't remember the exact date. It's been like literal years, but my buddy lives out on the coast, my best friend, and one of the last times we went there, he's got a mini fridge, and he has like Pib Extra, and Code Red. I'm a huge Code Red fan. Any? Right on. Yeah, Code Red was my jam for sure. I don't know why I literally just took the long way, but we did. That's all right. We made it. By golly, we made it. Is that a carbuncle? Fenrir pup. Look at that. That's pretty damn adorable, though. Yeah, he's pretty good, and he's not like a super duper soda drinker. That was like his, because he doesn't drink a ton of like beer or booze anyways. So, you know, like that's his treat. Have a soda here and there, but like he likes to entertain. He likes to have people over to the house. So, you know, yeah, he's got a little bit of something for everybody. Ah, yes, Master Chai told us to expect you. The emergent is already filling up with people of all persuasions. Free and bonded, citizens and non-citizens. Yo, Lance, what's shaking, brother? How are you? What's good, my guy? But for you, our guest of honor, we have, reserved a place at the front. Right this way, sir. You're just in time, my lords. Dude, how bad does Vothri's bed stink? Oh, dude, good to see you as well, man. I hope 16 treated you well. I don't recall. Had you played it before, or was this your first playthrough? Because I've been keeping tabs. ShadowBringers is dope, man. It's really, really good. Really good. Last night was our first night back in a while, so just trying to like reacclimated, you know. Tonight's been all talk tour, which is fine. I would have just thrown the bed off the side of the city. Yeah, it probably smells awful.
Go on, dear.
Thank you all for gathering here today.
Right. Oh, so you were just doing the DLC. Okay, my bad. Good DLC, I hope. Good time. And did you play Rebirth on launch?
Before going any further, could I ask the free citizens of Yulmore to look around? Tis a sight none of us would ever have seen under Lord Forthry's rule. Not only do we stand in the familiar presence of those we once called the Bonded, but today we welcome the peoples of the Derelicts and Gate Town 2.
First DLC was fine, second was very good, man. Were they both like standalone experiences, or did they continue on like with the main story? Or was it like set in between the main story?
As you know, an election was recently held, at the end of which I had the honor of being chosen to succeed Lord Vothry. You place great faith in me, and I promise to do my utmost to live up to your expectations. And I will seek always to carry out the duties of this office with integrity and fairness.
Set before. Okay, right on. Good, man. Well, I'm glad you had a good friggin' time, dude. What are your guardians gonna do in the off season, huh?
But not forever.
Gonna do more than my dog shit Red
I
Sox?
do not intend to hold this post indefinitely. I consider myself but an acting mayor who will serve only for the interim, while Yulmore is reshaped according to a new set of values. No longer can we think of ourselves as divided, as the free and the bonded, citizens and non-citizens. The systems put in place by Lord Vorthry must be undone. But even as we tear down the old, we must give thought to the new, to what manner of nation Yulmore should become. Whatever the answer may be, it cannot be decided by one man alone. And so I propose that an open forum be held, that we might all discuss how best to strive towards a better future. However, there can be no talk of the morrow unless we first address the issues of today. Securing new sources of food, rebuilding relations with our neighbors, re-establishing industry. There is much and more that needs to be done. Too much for a mere man of business. And so I pledge instead to do everything in my power to ensure our city's security and stability while we all work together to see these problems solved.
A lot is happening right now, Lance. You're not lying. Except for the Red Sox, they're not doing a lot of anything.
Will not be easy. And I know full well
it's disheartening every
how
year.
daunting the prospect of honest labor may seem to some of you. But we must accept the reality of our circumstances. We must move forward. This much we owe to ourselves and to the brave heroes who risked their lives to bring back the night. Once we have shored up our city's foundations and regained some semblance of normality, let us reconvene to speak of the future.
My guy Chai is like the Winston Churchill of friggin' Yulmore.
I ask that you lend me and each other your strength for Yulmore.
Traded Jimenez for Spencer Horwitz from Toronto, then traded him to Pittsburgh for Ortiz from the rotation and 2 prospects. Good for you. We're just gonna flounder, I'm sure. As is tradition. We have to like look around at everybody else and he's like, oh, everybody else clapping? All right, what up? That was a fine speech, Master Chai. I believe the words stirred every soul in attendance. Stirred them to action, I hope. If I have learned anything from all this, it's the change begins with the individual. 'Tis but a matter of fighting and strength to take the first step. Assuming my fellow Yulmorans can, it shall be my honor and privilege to help them walk this road we have chosen. But yeah, I put 130s into Rebirth. Holy mackerel. So I was asking, I know Brim had told me earlier that they absolutely loved it as well. How did you feel about all the mini games? Parasite Zombie, what's up? I could be here without getting spoiled. Just finished the main story of ShadowBringers. Oh, yo, right on, man. Well, this is I don't like. Are you doing patch content now? Like, cause we're into patch content. You are a Rebirth mini games enjoyer. Okay, just what I was going to ask. Parasite, yeah, you might want to dip potato chip just to, you know. Yeah, because we're dude, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to let you know it's good to see you, man. Hope life's been treating you well. You and yours are happy and healthy. Fingers crossed, dude. But we must not forget the individuals who made all these changes possible. Were it within my power, I would carve a tribute to your heroism into every stone upon which this city stands.
I hate to change the subject, darling, but now that you have officially taken office, have you given any thought to your mayoral seat?
But if he was like, yeah, babe, I want your seat. We will not be moving into the emergent, dearest. It's too big for one thing, and too far from the people for another. We will retain our current residence, and I will govern here in the parlor.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say that. I much prefer the view from the parlor.
Begging your pardon, Master Chai, but have you got time for a word? Yes, of course. Hathen? Bet? It's me. I liked your speech, but there's folk outside these walls as don't even have enough food to last them till tomorrow, and more who are counting their crumbs. If you ever plan to change that, I want to help set things in motion. Then we've much to discuss. No sooner do I take office than my work begins in earnest. Well, I suppose I brought it upon myself. Thank you again for your help, Vance. I hope to see you again before long.
What a day! I don't know what it means exactly, but I do know I've got plenty to think about. I sense we all have a great deal to consider. I had resolved to remain here until such time as Yulmore's future was secured, but it is clear to me now that the city is in capable hands. I have every confidence they will find their way, and I believe it is time we went on ours. So Alphino's leaving too, is he? Seems like everyone's moving on. Everything's changing. I've been thinking about what I should do in all of this. Like I told you, I spent most of my life dreaming about living here with my friends in paradise. That paradise is gone, but something's better's taken its place, and I reckon I want to be part of it. This Yulmore for the people Master Chai's been going on about ain't gonna build itself after all. Not that I'm much of a builder. Me and my friends will find a way to make a difference, though. Help keep things changing for the better. A far nobler dream than one to which you clung before, and one I'm happy to say we share. Whatever path you choose, I will pray for your success. Well, when you put it like that, there's no going back now, is there? We've got a few ideas on how we can do our bit. Just a matter of taking the first step.
This is a good place to stop if you want to do the next Eden fight. This next quest is a long. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm down. Let's boogie down. Yeah, it's. I didn't realize it's already 11:20. Golly. Lance, if you're still there, if I can pick your brain a little bit more, is there sorry, excuse me again. Is there anything that you're looking forward to or hoping for at the Game Awards? I know that guy. You can pick the quest up though? Oh, okay. Truly, to see Kai Shir thus inspired by our actions is inspiring in itself. Yet however much I may wish to stay and see what comes of his efforts here in Yulmore, we have matters of our own to attend to. Come, we should return to the Crystal Tower. Mayhap Beg Luke's studies have borne fruit in our absence. It may have. You're Risto Kai, right, Brim? Read along this cutscene was hurry. Yo, it's all good. Take your time, dude. No rush. Pardon me. Phil's furrying. Phil is furrying for sure. Yeah, so what? That'll be like if anybody else wants to boogie down on Eden, you guys are more than welcome to. What's this? Oh, take a nap just like this. Oh, cash right out. I'd be out like a light. Oh, yeah. Sleepies are good. Trails FC remake at the Game Awards, full clown suit. Yo, man. I'll bring the fucking nose. Phil can bring the wig. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Phil can bring the rainbow wig, and I'll bring the cherry red squeaky nose. We'll have to find other friends and community members to bring the like the white makeup, and then, you know, other colored makeups, etc. Right? That'll be good. The dream. Like, obviously, I get it that this is like a different instance, but part of me wishes you could just friggin' fly up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be dope. Just fly in. No big deal. Yeah, that would be pretty neato. Well, shoot, I have to go back to the friggin'... I forget, man. How do you get... Is it... Oh, you know what? It might be a level thing, because don't you get two... Like, when you use... Is it... Gerskogel, when you get the eye power, isn't there a way to get two? Like, you can utilize it twice in the time limit. Use jump twice, and then Gers will turn into... Ah, okay. Thank you. And turn on Star Diver. So it's Gerskogel, high jump twice, star diver. Okay. I'll get the hang of it again for show. High jump 2 times in Gers. Okay. Is there anything for sale at the Gold Saucer? Anything of, I guess I'll say, worth? Mounts. I gotta save up a ton of stuff. I should save though. I'll just keep saving. Excuse me. Hopefully in Wondrous Tales I'll get me some. You know what I mean? Damn, dog, hit that 20 spot. Yeah. Bro. So damn, that's so much moolah. I would buy so many, or just one really, really neat mount. Part of me kind of wants the old, like the big cactar. The cactar mount's kind of neat. You know what? Screw it. Let's go take a look. Let's go look. That I will use a ticket on. Tickets for drawing number, mini cac part are now on sale. I can't do that right now because I'm not on my server. I didn't go the right way. Sorry, don't mind me. Yeah, definitely don't follow me. Nope, not that way. This way, aha. You're free! Not the trader prize claim. Sorry, because I just want to check real quick. Well, that would just be for neat looking weapons. Okay, sorry. I will queue us. Not for that. It's going to be under... prize claim guy at the desk. Sepultura, right? Yep. Lame. Super lame. Ooh, adamantoise whistle. I think I've seen the big blackjack ID ID key. Is that so you can play blackjack? Oh, it's a mill, der. The ship Blackjack from 6. Oh, okay. Piggy wind up narrow. Yeah, I mean, I'll just keep saving. Oh, hey, meow. All right, here goes nothing. Look at this guy. I mean, he definitely looks the opposite of friendly. Look at that bloody sword, eh? I was gonna say, can I move? I don't know, I'm scared. Oh no! Holy shit, we all died! Good lord! That was brutal. So on that part, were we all supposed to stack up on him? Damn, that was vicious. I knew he did something like that. Holy shit. Noir, that was brutal. Holy mackerel. Well, that was something. What the hell were we supposed to do, man? Gee willikers. I always forget the KB there. Ugh. That was gnarly. Holy hell. man! He's got a friggin' four-wheeler? He literally looked like a, I don't know, some kind of like remote control car. Shit. I used winged glider on accident. And it went towards him, not just away. That feels bad. I should have used the elusive jump. Felt like I was doing so good there, too. Bro, fuck this guy. Oh, we're gonna get me on the rock nearing me. I thought he was gonna wind up again. I was like, oh no, what have I done? Oh, fuck, man! Ah! Golly. Holy hell. Wowzers. I mean, dude, it was fun. It was good. Wish I didn't get booped off that last time. That made me feel not so awesome. But still was good. Still had a fun time with it. Needed that wipe and we were good. Yeah, except for me at the very, like, so he winds up to do something and I was right in front of him and I guess clearly I shouldn't have been. First stage of Eden done. Feels good. Yo, what's up, JC? How are you, dude? What's going on?
Welcome back. You must be exhausted. For a creature made of rock, he was a lot more agile than I was expecting. I wonder, was the Titan of your world a tough opponent too?
I gotta be humble.
So all it would have taken is a momentary lapse of concentration. I don't like the sound of that. But more importantly, you've defeated another elemental being, which means we're a step closer to reclaiming the empty. I can't wait to see how much of a difference we've made this time.
Yeah. Feels good that we got it done. Good, man, good. Just been a busy month or so. Means I got plenty of Xeno to watch. Yo, man, appreciate it. And I hope with the busy you get some friggin' rest too, though. You know what I mean?
Did we really do all of this?
Aye. 'Twould appear that balance has returned to the element of earth, and yet the transformation hath affected only the immediate vicinity, whereas the lands beyond this lake doth remain unchanged. 'Tis passing strange indeed.
Did we do something wrong?
Though this fallen short of the outcome I had envisioned, 'tis plain our efforts were not in vain. Mayhap this localized phenomenon is a result of an intersection of ethereal currents. Therefore it is reasonable to assume that similar locations in the empty hath undergone comparable alterations.
Then the ether will spread out from these points to cover the rest of...
Reen.
It's nothing.
That didn't look like nothing to me. You'd better lie down for a while.
No, really, I'm fine. Anyways, we've still got work to do.
Nay, Thancred hath the right of it. 'Twould be unwise to exert thyself overmuch.
I appreciate your concern, but I do wish you'd stop fussing.
Reen, thou knowest not the strain thou dost place on thyself. Though the elements of water and earth hath been restored, continued exposure to the empty stagnant ether may yet sap thee of thy remaining strength.
Now that you mention it, I've been feeling a bit out of sorts ever since we got here.
Accidentally picked up Eden Savage? Yo, man. It's, go big or go home, right?
I should probably get away from the empty and rest for a while.
Pray do so. Meanwhile, I shall remain here. The restoration of the two elements hath produced unexpected results, and I require time to analyze our findings. However, I must ask thee to refrain from discussing our work in the empty, even with our closest comrades.
Why? I thought they'd welcome the news.
And indeed they shall, once we have more to show of our efforts. Nevertheless, this mission is one of surpassing danger. I'm loath to place our dearest friends at risk unless absolutely necessary.
You have the best interests at heart, I'm sure. But to be perfectly honest, I'd prefer not to keep secrets from people that I trust with my life. I don't want to make a habit of this, but I'll do as you ask.
It seems to me that Reen isn't the only one who would benefit from a change of scenery. Our sleeping beauty would likely fare better in more hospitable surroundings. We'll need to have our associates from the Crystarium organize a safe place for her to stay.
If you and Vance could go on ahead and have a word with them at Mordsuk, we'll catch up with you once Urianger has finished whatever it is he needs to do. Perhaps thou too shouldst accompany her on the return journey. I dare say she would be glad of thy presence. No, not this time. She's come such a long way since first we met, and I worry that relying on me too much will only hold her back. We won't be staying in the First forever. The time will come for Irene and I to part ways, and for her to follow her own path. I know you understand this too, Urianger. I see you trying to pass on as much of your knowledge as possible while you still can. And to her credit, she's actually taking most of it in. Irene is possessed of a natural affinity for etherology, unlike some who shall remain unnamed. A natural affinity for staying awake during your lectures, more like. Though, come to think of it, she doesn't really take after me at all. However, like thee, she is predisposed to brooding in silence in lieu of voicing her concerns. He's like, what, man? What do you mean by that? Says the master of keeping his cards close to his chest. Anyway, Vance, you'd better take the sky slipper with Reen. It's true that she's been through a lot lately, but so have you. We'll need you ready for the challenges that lie ahead, so go on and get some rest. We shall await news of thy arrival in Amarang. Amarang? You're a rang. We be rangin'. Pardon me.
It seemed like you were all having quite a serious discussion. I hope I haven't given you any cause for concern. Well, if you say so. I probably shouldn't stay in the empty any longer than necessary, though. So, do you want to take the first ship piloting, or shall I?
Shift, not ship. We're taking a ship.
Phew, I'm glad I had you there to keep me company. I have no idea I would have passed the time otherwise. Now that we're here, I need to find our contact from the Crystarium. But before that, I was hoping I could have a word with you. Something's been on my mind. This might not be the best place for it, though. Those creatures over there look a bit hungry. When I first spoke to Thancred and Urianger about what I'd sensed in the empty, part of me wished we could have just left it alone. I guess I was scared of what we'd find. But now that we've found Eden, I know that I made the right choice. And if I'd given in to my fear, I probably would have spent the rest of my life wondering what might have been. From now on, whenever I hear that voice inside me telling me to run away, to hide, I won't listen. That's not who I am anymore. Even so, all the courage in the world is not going to help me decide what we should do with that girl when she wakes up. Do you remember what she said right before she passed out? Why am I here? What is happening? What if she's being controlled or forced to act against her will? Whatever the case, it's clear that she's not a monster. She's a person like you or me. Excuse me. Obviously, she knows something about Eden, and we need all the information we can get. But more than that, I just want to talk to her, to find out who she is, and if there's anything we can do to help her. On the other hand, we mustn't forget that she's already attacked us once. What's to say she won't try it again when she wakes up? If she keeps us from reclaiming the empty, it will be all my fault. It's no good, I can't make up my mind. What do you think we should do, Vance?
If Alphino were here, he'd talk things through with her. Even Emmett Selk had his reasons, we should at least hear her out. I like that one.
I see what you mean. Perhaps if we'd been able to come to an understanding, things wouldn't have ended the way they did. Words.
Words?
I hope that she's nothing like Emmett Selk, but we won't know until we speak to her. Until then, I'll try to concentrate on the here and now. Speaking of which, I still need to see to Urianche's errands. The people we were on our way to meet lent us the Sky Slipper and most of the apparatuses we've been using. And since we've been sworn to secrecy, I assume the same applies to them and their colleagues. Anyway, once that's over with, we can find a place to relax. Now that we're here, allow me to introduce you to two members of our inner circle, or whatever you want to call it. That's Gulgul, who's interested in trading for any relics we find in the empty. Apparently, he mostly deals in exotic weapons and whatnot, but he's agreed to keep us supplied with whatever else we can get from the Crystarium. Now, the ones we came to meet should be around here somewhere.
Nareen, what a relief it is to see you return unharmed from your expedition.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting. We were gone a bit longer than we expected. Vance, I'd like you to meet Luri.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As representatives of the Settlement Council, I'm here to oversee the delivery of equipment deemed necessary to your mission. I will be on hand to provide any assistance you may require. Lure.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to take care of. It's probably best not to talk about it in the middle of the market, though. I'll take it from here, Vance. You should go and get some rest. But before you go, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done. We still have a long road ahead of us, but if we give it our all, there's nothing we can't handle.
Yeah, you're right. I know. She ain't lying. Yalfort has part 2, which we're going to ignore right now, and Lure has the Savage unlock. Okay. I see.
Though it is mere superstition, it would behoove us to proceed with caution. Moreover, I would refrain from discussing the matter with Reen and Vance until we know more.
Well, I appreciate you telling me, even if it is too soon to be sure. I'm the one watching over her, after all.
The Oracle of Darkness.
I pray it is not true. Same. So, Yalfort has part 2. Should I at least just still scoop him? while we're here. I mean, because it's midnight anywho, so we're probably gonna wrap things up here-ish. Do it tomorrow. Okay, yeah, perfect. Good, then yeah, this is where we'll wrap things up for the night. You know, obviously not a lot of action tonight, but excuse me, if there's one thing I can assure you, I have horrible heartburn right now, so that's, you know, maybe sleeping that off will feel good. But you know, we got the first part of Eden done. Feels good. And yeah, man. Tomorrow we'll have a lot of hype stuff. I'm ready for it. I mean, this has still been hype. And again, I'll just loosely compare it to learning like the behemoth fight in Monster Hunter, right? Might have gotten our asses kicked, but it was still fun to, you know, to actually like do it and to learn it and to see it and to experience it. Not easily discouraged. You know what I'm saying? So feels good. Basically did all 5.1 today. Perfect. Yeah, so yeah, yeah, I can be rested here. That's good. We'll get some title screen tunage to round things out. Baku doing some Goblin Slayer? Oh, really? Yeah, let's go see Baku. I still don't accept that it's Baku-san OG and not Baku-san JRPG, but, you know, that's him, I'm me. I still love him unconditionally. But hey, thank you guys very, very much. Great night, man. Absolutely thrilled to be back. Feels good. Brim, thanks. Phil, thanks. Good to see everybody, man. I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Noir, if you're around tomorrow night, you know, let's, you want to do some boogieing down? I think that would be pretty swell, huh? Don't you? I know. I think it would be swell. For sure. But, you know, if not, like I said to Arcadia earlier, dude, we got plenty of 14 to boogie down on before daybreak too, so. I hope you enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time frame, time zone it is for you, man, and you guys have a great rest of your night, man. So stay happy, stay healthy, stay excellent. Bye, guys. Be good.